And hello there, it's Dr. Brenda with another Campground review. I'm a sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer, traveling the country with my 3 cats. Hey, please subscribe below. Hit that bell to be notified of new videos. If you already subscribed, thank you. It really means a lot to me. Let's get right to it. I'm at Marathon County Park in Wausau, Wisconsin, and I've got to give these guys, I think this is the lowest review that I have given thus far. 2.5 campfires out of 5 campfires. Now, before I go into this, let me tell you, this is sort of my home park. I grew up 15 miles west of Wausau, and I would have loved nothing more than to give this campground a 5 campfire review, but the fact is the campground really needs some work. There are some basic maintenance issues. It's a lovely park. It is used by the local community all of the time, so lots and lots of great events, but this has been a difficult one to review because there are a lot of amenities. There are a lot of really nice things I love about the park. But my priority really has to be this campground, what's going on in this campground, and that does bring it down to 2.5 stars. So let's go right to it. The campsite, I can only give this a 2 out of 5. There are, I think, 27 sites here. Electric, 30 amp only. It's the only park I have stayed in that I can recall over 2 years where I don't have a grill, I don't have a fire pit. In fact, there are no campfires allowed in this park. I also don't have water, so it is electric only. The campsites, one of the reasons I stay at county, state, and national parks is that there's generally some nice space between me and the other campsites. That is really not true here. I was able to put up my catio, but especially when I've got neighbors on the other side, we're very close. You know, we can very, very close. So sites are not all that level. So honestly, I can only give them a 2 on the campsite. Restrooms and showers, functional. You're going to see in the video what's going on with the restrooms and showers. Functional. There is a dump station. There is a place also for you to fill up your water, and that makes the restrooms all that more important because, you know, it would be nice to have a sink. You don't have a sink to wash dishes with. You've got to use your own water, and yeah, you'll see. Hang around for that restroom video, especially. Amenities and trails. I mean, I got to give them a 5 because they've got a splash pad here if you like playing pickleball. There's a very active pickleball community, clearly. Walking trails. It's just, and you're really close. It is in downtown Wausau, a little bit on the noisy side, but amenities and trails, there's stuff to do, especially if you've got kids. Safety, I've got to give this a 3 out of 5. There's not a lot of presence. I mean, I saw county park staff because they've been doing cleanup. Now, I have to give a shout out to one of their park staff. His name is Ken, and when I came in last week, a storm had just blown through. In fact, there's a lot of downed trees here, and another storm was blowing in that afternoon, and he was monitoring the storm. All of us, if you had a rig, we moved it up against one of the buildings, the ice arena building. He knew what direction the wind was coming, so we were safe during that massive storm. So give him a lot of kudos for that. But beyond that, I don't see the police or any security walking around. And there are, this is a congregating place for some of the homeless population. So I have seen people come with their suitcase and make a quick change behind the trees, and people hanging out over here by the sheltered picnic area. And the non-electric tent site is only $21. So if you do it, so just be aware of that. I did not feel threatened in any way, but there are some safety concerns. I'm also going to show you the the bathrooms where you can see that the men's room is pretty much wide open because the locks are not functional. So 3 out of 5 on the safety. Cleanliness, this is where they really disappointed me. Usually this is a 5 out of 5 in most parks, but I reserved the big kitchen for a family reunion and contacted them about the pile of garbage in front of the big kitchen prior to our event, and they were non-responsive. They sent me an email after I had complained and asked for a partial refund, explaining that they've got some illegal dumpers, but the fact is they don't have a protocol. This is something that has been going on for a while. They didn't take care of it. A generous 3 out of 5. There is recycling here at the campground, so I give them credit for that. But park was non-responsive, and the response that I got later on was pretty inadequate, very passive response. Value, sure, $26 a night. I did reserve online, so I think it's $8 to reserve online, so I've got the reservation fee. It's electric only, 30 amp. Again, there's no water at the sites. There is a dump station, but I'm paying $26 a night a lot of times for electric and water. So value, I can only give them a 3 out of 5. Overall, I really weighted heavily on that campsite and the restrooms and the safety issue. Okay, so that's why I'm giving them a 2.5. Again, I love this park. There are not a lot of options in central Wisconsin for camping, for your RV campgrounds. So, and if you're in Wausau, like, it's really this, or you've got to go quite a ways out. And again, I love the park. It's a community park. You get people who are walking here, and dedicated pickleball players. But this campground needs some major improvements. So hopefully they'll use some of these storms as a impetus to bring in some grant funds, do some renovation. Lots and lots of potential here, but it's unused at this point. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Until the next campground review, you guys take care, and hope to see you on the road. Bye-bye. And this is my campsite. I'm at campsite number 2. We've got folks, I'm sure, moving in. The weekends are busy here, but right now there's no one next to me. Great time to video, right? So you've got, well, let's go ahead. If you've got, if there's an orange tag here, that means it is reserved. Somebody reserved it online. That is what I did. So if there is not an orange tag, you can use this self-registration area and grab any site that you like. So the site itself, a little bit unlevel, and I think that's true of most of the sites here. And a lot of things are slanting off. So I've got my catio set up. It is at an angle, and this is electric only. So you're not, there's no water here. You're gonna have to fill up your tank. I'll show you where you do that, and use your water from the tank. So electric only. Nice picnic table in the back area. Couple of things to note. This is one of the only places where I have been. There is no separate, there's no campfires, so there's no pit for campfires. There is no grill. So that works against it. Let's go around here. You can see now I've was recommended, and I think this is good advice, get a site that is a lower number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are further away from the street, so less noise. So this is my power supply. There we go. And it is 30 amp only. So if you've got a 50 amper, you will have to bring a dog bone to turn it into 30. And let's go ahead and walk over to the registration area. A storm hit last week when I arrived, actually the day before. So you're going to still see some damage from that storm, especially in what they call the tourist cabin. You're going to see part of the roof has been damaged. In fact, you've got a tree limb sticking right through the roof. Huh? Good thing that did not fall through an RV. There are some downed trees still from the storm. Did not do any damage to the tents, RVs, but you can take a look at this roof side here. So it's going to take them a while to fix the roof and clean up the damage that's been done. You have trash, you have recyclables right here. And let me take you to this registration area, the fee area. Okay, right now the cost at Marathon Park, there it is. It's $26 for an electric site, $21 for just a site without electricity. And this is a very small campground, so there's not a whole lot. There aren't many sites. It looks like 27 sites, campsites. So this let's see. Oh well. Okay. So anyway, that is the self-registration area. Beautiful park. Lots and lots of giant pines. So let's continue the tour. This is the restroom in the campground. Showers, campground restroom and shower. There is no water at your site, so I came over here to fill up my water bottles. Right? No water. No water here. So let's take a look at the women's restroom. It does require a passcode. And this is what you got. Got 3 stalls, toilet stalls, ADA compliant stall, cinder block, a nice wood ceiling, cement floors. I love it when they have these mirrors in there. Hi guys, I look like a ghost. So very bare bones here. This is just cement, poured cement. Showers, you got a door, shower curtain, and very bare minimum shower, little shelf up here, no place, there you go, no seating area at all. Just look at this shower. This is certainly bigger. So you've got the shelf. And again, if this is a little bench back here. Okay. So, pretty bare bones restrooms and shower. So this is the women's side, and let's walk around outside here because I want to show you what's going on the men's side. Men's side, you have a door handle and lock out of order. So gives you some instructions, but clearly the whole thing is not working and it is ajar. So that's the crux of it. So this definitely, they need some maintenance. You need to get the water bottle fountains working again, door handle fixed, and overall it's what can I say? It's a working shower and a working restroom. When you come into Marathon Park, you're going to take a right. That's where the campground area is. It's just one small loop, and the dump station is right off of that loop. So there are actually, well, really 2 stations. The first is the dump station, If you're not staying here, it's $7, and that works fine. So don't use that water to fill your tank. You're going to drive up further, and yes, you can see some of the damage here from the storm. So they've been working in the park for well over a week now, clearing out some of the damage from the thunderstorms and high winds. This is where you're going to get your fresh water. You're going to fill up your tank here. So you're going to don't fill it up at the first place. That is not drinkable water. Fill it up at the second spot and fill up your tank there, and you're set to go. Now, they have cordoned off parts of the park at this point. There were so many people coming into the park, gawking at all the downed trees, that the staff told me that they had to put up some barriers so you can walk down this way, and really some nice little trails here to walk on around the park. But they were trying to deter people from driving around in this area of the park where they are still clearing the trees. And so you can see here, this is the small loop. This is the campground in its entirety. So next up, I'm just going to show you some features of Marathon County Park beyond the campground. This is the hub of Marathon Park, Marathon Junction. This is where all the fun stuff happens, including ice cream. Yes, you can buy ice cream here. So this is, if you've got kids and you're here in the summer, which is, in my opinion, about the only time to be in Wisconsin, you've got a splash pad and a little train. Oh, let's take a look at the ice cream. So, yes, you have a little ice cream stand here, and some other candies and some snacks. Hot dogs, mac and cheese, chicken strips. So, train ticket rides, 4 for $4.75. Only problem is the train is not working at the moment. I've been told it has been jumping its track. They're trying to find the weak spot in the track. So hopefully when you visit, this train will be running. I rode this train as a little girl. I remember my grandfather riding this train as an older man. It has been around a long time. So fun little ride for young and old. And got restroom facilities here where you can change. Splash pad hours 12 to 6, and I believe it costs $1.25 to be in the splash pad. If you're just hanging on the outside watching your kids, that is free, but a whole $1.25, pretty hard to find anything for $1.25. So this is a pretty popular spot in the summertime. A small children's playground right next to it. You're going to find larger playgrounds further beyond the splash pad. There's also a bandstand. There are some small pavilions you can rent out. Just a very nice area. Very well done. Let me take you over here because I'm from this area, and I actually rented this space called the Big Kitchen for a family reunion. And so I'll just show you what that's like if by chance you were looking to hold an event in the Wausau area. And I had some issues with the dumpster, so the county staff were not able to accommodate clearing out this dumpster before the event. They've had some illegal dumping issues in the park, but this was a nice facility, big kitchen. You'll find other rentals in this area. It's an old red schoolhouse right across from me. and there's another hall that one can rent. So if you're looking to hold a group event, this may be an option for you. So just a nice park. This park serves as the home of the Central Wisconsin Fair. So you have exhibition buildings as well as livestock barns in this area, and the fair is typically in August. So if you are here in August, check out the dates. Usually have a lot of amusement rides here, and it's just kind of fun. So check that out. The other thing I'm just going to note is, you know, there's a lot of stormy weather in this area. We were actually relocated, my rig. You have all these buildings, and they provide really good protection. You saw some of those downed trees, and the buildings, the park staff directed us to a safe location for our rigs. That is a plus being in this park. Behind the exhibition building is an ice arena, Marathon Park Ice Arena. So this is it. This is actually where we parked our rigs, alongside the ice arena. I'm just going to note that, see if the train's going to come by, because there are train tracks. There are active trains right behind that building over there. So you're going to get a little bit of train noise here. And a lot of facilities, baseball diamonds. And I'm gonna take you over there. It looks like they're playing pickleball. Let's go check it out. This is a very active pickleball court community. I've noticed them playing almost every day here. So if you're into pickleball, this might be the place for you to be. So very nice courts. And we're gonna come back, and you're gonna probably see the train rolling through pretty soon. I can see it, the motion of it, and you have this wide open area. If you're coming here with dogs, plenty of places for dogs to get their exercise. And there is an old, well, it's a grandstand. So they have events here, I believe, when the fair is going on. And what I've been told is that those stadium seats are from the old Milwaukee Brewers stadium. So good way to take advantage of old seats that were no longer being used. I've stayed at this park now twice. 2 years ago was the first time, and I have not seen any events at this facility, so not sure how widely it's used, but it is there. And yep, the train is coming through over here. Okay, so pickleball, and I guess a little stadium, ice arena, not a bad deal.